We are live on YouTube. WalterPicks coming at you. Looking a little bit different today without Sam in the studio. Sam's taking the day off, so it's just me talking NBA, DFS, strategy, and picks. And if we get enough people in here, get that like button smashed, then we're going to get a free prop pick coming your way in a little bit here. Just going to get this tweeted out. But yeah, it's pretty good slate of games tonight, even with the short schedule, only 2 games on, but they're two really strong matchups with the Wizards going up against the Grizzlies, and the Mavericks and the Spurs. John Morant and Bradley Beal going to go at it again like they did last week, just 8 days ago. John Morant took the cake on that one, scoring 35 and a dominating win. And we are going to be giving out one of the free props tonight, Ryan. If you stay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to get the prop pick coming out in here in a little bit, but we're going to go through my DFS lineups, my favorite players of the night, and we're going to get talking to some NBA. So if you have any questions, hit the chat. Let's talk it up. But yeah, we got a lot of exciting players in tonight's games. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out and if the All-Star break affects the pace of play at all. But the Wizards and the Grizzlies game is going to be an exciting one to watch because it's like offense going up against defense. You know, the Grizzlies have one of the best defenses in the NBA, and the Wizards are coming out. They're going to try to score all the points. Bradley Beal's coming off of that really exciting 26-point performance in the All-Star game. He played really well in that game, so he's going to come out and get the Wizards firing in the second half of this game here. But the Grizzlies, it's going to be interesting to see what the Grizzlies do because they were going into the All-Star break with one of the hottest defenses in the NBA. I think they had like forced 22 turnovers in that game against the Wizards. And they're really starting to show their true colors, and they're really starting to put things together. So if John Morant can keep that team afloat while they're waiting for Jaren Jackson to come back from that knee injury that he's been dealing with, then they're going to be a really dangerous team down the stretch and a team that you don't want to run into in the playoffs, especially when John Morant is doing what he's doing now, and when Dillon Brooks and Grayson Allen all come back healthy, they're going to be a very scary team that not a lot of people are going to want to play. But the Wizards are the same way. You know, when they heat up fast, and Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook can really get things going for them. So as long as they shoot the ball consistently and they take care of the ball, which is their big problem, turning it over and allowing points to get out on the other end, then it'll be fun to watch this game kind of play out tonight. Yeah, not surprised that you guys want free prop picks after the stretch that Walter went on to close the week, go into the All-Star break. I'm sorry, but Walter picks in Sam's algorithm has been absolutely killing it. I think he went 17 for 21 going into the All-Star break, and I think we dropped our 2 before the All-Star break, but those were a little fluky because you didn't know how much we were going to play, but can't defend it at all. 17 for 23, so it's still hitting a really good clip. We're going to give out a pick here in a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you guys about our WalterPicks DFS optimizer and who you guys want to see, or who you guys are plugging into your lineups, who we're plugging into our lineups. So I just want to go through here and kind of show you the lay of the land, how we do things. I think I got my phone up. Yep. So let's start with DraftKings, and we're going to go through my favorite players of the night here. So to start off, you obviously go into the WalterPicks screen, hit the lineup optimizer. You click what platform you want to be playing on. So I'm going to be playing on DraftKings tonight. I posted a couple of my lineups and our favorite players earlier. You select the tournament type. So I'm going to be doing tournament just because it's the easiest way to go through and explain these lineups. And then you go through and you select your pool of players just based on who you like and who you think the best matchups are going to be tonight. So you can put everybody in. You can put just your selected favorites in. But there's a lot of cool things that you can do on this app that you can't do in others, and it makes it easier to kind of sort through all the players. It makes it easier to sort through all the players and find the best matchups that you like and that Walter likes, and you can kind of mix and match and kind of pick your lineups based on that. But so as you see right here with my point guards, I got Luka Doncic, Ja Morant, DeJounte Murray, Derek White, who you are able to play at the point guard position tonight, Jalen Brunson, Patty Mills, and Trey Burke. All those guys are really, really strong, coming off of really good starts and really good recent stretches. But then again, like I said earlier, the All-Star break is going to be a big factor in tonight's games. Are these guys going to be well rested? Are they going to come in a little hazy? So we'll see what happens. But I think my two favorites of the night are easily Luka Doncic and Ja Morant. So I'm going to find a way to put both of these guys into my lineups, as I think you guys should do too. Walter really likes their matchups tonight. Ja Morant is going up against a Wizards team that is allowing the second most points per game and third highest field goal percentage to point guards. So he's got him projected for about 47.4 points tonight at only 7,800 salary. It's an absolute steal. He would be played. It depends on what people are thinking tonight, but on even a normal NBA slate night, I think he would have a really high usage percentage. But tonight, everybody's going to be playing him because I think his matchup is easily the best of the night, going up against a Wizards team that's really weak on that side of the ball. So 7,800 for Ja Morant. Really, really value that play. And then, yep, as you can see, if you go through, you can just slide down and see all of the stats that we have. The rankings for the teams based on our projections, his boom percentage, his bust percentage, projected stats, all that. So all that is available in the DFS optimizer. And you don't even need to use it for DFS. If you just like prop picks and just stick to prop picks, you can go through and find like props that you like, and you just kind of have to do a little bit more of the work. But all those information stats are in the DFS optimizer. And as you can see, this little lock feature at the top, I have Ja Morant locked into my point guard position because I want him there, and I'm going to keep him there regardless. So that locks Ja Morant into my point guard spot. And then when it optimizes, it obviously just keeps it keeps that player locked into the position. But yeah, to go through some of the other guys that I like, DeJounte Murray. I think he's got a really favorable matchup against the Mavericks, and Luka, who's not known to hang his hat on defense. So DeJounte is going to be good. Or I think Derek White's going to be a really good play tonight. I think Jalen Brunson's going to be a decent play tonight. It just all depends on how much Luka Doncic does play. But Jalen Brunson's shown his strengths as a shooter, and he's shown what he can do on the other side of the ball, on both sides of the ball, and he's getting a lot of minutes from Rick Carlisle right now. So Jalen Brunson can't be underrated, and I think he's at like 5,700 on DraftKings, which is such a really a good price for him. And then Patty Mills, obviously 4,500. He's kind of a boomer bust guy. You know, if he's going out and he's shooting the three ball well, he can score up to 13, 14 points and then chip in with some assists and some rebounds. So Patty Mills is another value guy that I like tonight as well. But moving on to shooting guards, I think the shooting guard play tonight is going to revolve, and the player of the night is going to be Josh Richardson or Trey Burke, both for the Mavericks. And I think the reason for that is the Spurs just hate to get beat by the other team's best player. So the Spurs are going up against the Mavericks and Luka Porzingis. They've guarded big men very, very well. LaMarcus Aldridge has done a great job down there, as long as with Jacob Pertl. So I think that the Mavericks are going to have to find scoring in other spots. I don't think this is going to be a super high scoring game, but I think Josh Richardson as a shooting guard for that 4,900 is going to be a really good value. Um, he's done a really good job of giving Luka some outlet. So I think I'm definitely plugging him in there. I have him locked in as my shooting guard just because I love that matchup. But Trey Burke is another guy that you should consider. Trey Burke is a guy that really came out of nowhere in the past few weeks. The Mavs had some injury concerns and some COVID concerns. So Trey Burke is another player that you should consider at that for a $3,100 price. I don't think you'll need to go that low to get value in him tonight, to get that value out of him. I'm sorry, because there aren't really a lot of high priced players, and you can easily fit in Luka, Bradley Beal, and other guys. But as you can see, I don't have Bradley Beal in. I don't like his matchup tonight against the Grizzlies. I think he is going to get blanketed by John Morant, Dylan Brooks, and other guys from that squad who play really strong defense and just 8 days ago showed you that they can shut anybody down. So I think Bradley Beal, for his price, maybe take a step back and include some other guys who can get you some points. But Dylan Brooks, I think, is another good option at 5,400 for at a 51 value going up against the 29th ranked defense of the Wizards. Yeah, his matchup is going to be really strong, and I think the matchup for the Grizzlies, it favors the Grizzlies. Sorry, with the Wizards coming out and playing really little to no defense. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal both focus on the offensive side of the ball. So I like the Grizzlies tonight, and I think everybody should be plugging their guys in based on that. But as you can see for my small forwards, Josh Richardson, DeMar DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, Davis Bertans, Dylan Brooks. And then this group of players also includes my lock of the night, which is going to be Davis Bertans. Like I said, the Wizards aren't going to have like a very favorable matchup, and the guards for the Grizzlies do a really good job of shutting down offense production for their opponents. And Bertans is a knockdown three-point shooter who can get open. And if Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal look to dish, he's going to get a lot of looks in the wing going up against a team that Memphis is 22nd in terms of guarding small forwards. So, I think he can get some looks there, and I think he can be really productive for that $4,400 salary. So definitely try to work Bertans into your lineups. Told you guys a little bit about Dylan Brooks, but then moving on to the big men, which is the most interesting part of the night because I think there's two or three high-valued big men, but other than that, there really isn't a lot of value going around up top there. So LaMarcus Aldridge, you got to be thinking about plugging him in. The Spurs do a really good job of shutting down the Mavericks big men, and the Mavericks don't have any sort of production down low because Kristaps plays like a guard. So I think the Spurs are grabbing 36 boards per game, which is top 5 in the league. And the Spurs also have the 10th best defense in terms of guarding big men. So I think LaMarcus Aldridge is going to get a lot of points coming his way in the rebound markets, and he's going to chip in those 12, 13, 14 points in the points market. So LaMarcus should definitely be in your pool of players tonight, as should guys like Brandon Clark, Maxi Kleber. And then if you want to go in and add Kristaps Porzingis, you can do that. But I think for that 8,600 price tag, I think he's probably going to be in the 18, 19 range tonight. Walter's got him projected for 24 points, so a little bit of misinformation there for me. But yeah, I think Porzingis he's an okay play. I don't like him for the 86. I'd rather save that, get LaMarcus Aldridge or Bertans in there, and then work in guys like Jonas Valanciunas, who is another really strong play tonight for 7,100, which is another kind of high price, but his value's unbelievable with the amount of boards that he pulls down, the points that he can score, and going up against the Wizards, who I don't have the deepest front court. Rui Hachimura and Mo Wagner are really good really good defensive players, but Jonas Valanciunas has proven time and time again that he's a stud down low for those guys. So he's averaging 12 rebounds a game, about 16, 17 points. His projected stats sit right at that. So His projected clip is 39, which I think it's pretty much a lock to get 40 fantasy points from Jonas Valanciunas tonight. So if you're going for a very consistent score, Jonas Valanciunas is your guy, and keep him on there because I think he's going to be a really strong player. But moving into the lineups, these are my favorite lineups of the night. Uh, I have one for DraftKings, one for FanDuel, and then my favorite picks. Walter's favorites, of course, Derek White and Bradley Beal. No surprise there. I mean, Bradley Beal, like I said, he's going up against the Grizzlies team with a really, really tough matchup with the way they play defense. So Bradley Beal is going to hurt. Bradley Beal is going to hurt for production, but I think he's still going to get his 35, 40 points. And then Derek White, a guy who played a lot while the Spurs are going through that little injury bug. He's going to get a lot of minutes tonight going up against the Mavericks team, like I said, that doesn't play a lot of great defense. So Derek White should definitely be plugged into your pool of players. And then I told you about my favorite play of the night, Davis Bertans. And then Luka Doncic, of course. But that's what the best part about the DFS optimizer does. It gives you these lineups and spits out these players and kind of lets you. It's a great tool to use just to decrease the time and the amount of time that you spend looking for these lines, looking for these players, and studying the game. So, Sam did a great job designing it, and then use it to your advantage. And then we're gonna get a free prop pick coming your way. All right. Okay. So, as you can see up on the board is our free player prop of the night. Walter identified this earlier today before the line jumped up. We have Ja Morant scoring over 23.5 points in a really, really strong matchup against the Washington Wizards. Um, so I think that is almost a lock, but it's just the numbers didn't work out too well. So I think Ja Morant over 23.5 is a really strong play. Definitely get that locked in now before it jumps up again. And how do I feel about Luka Doncic over 29.5? I think 29.5 is still pretty good. I know one of my friends downstairs because she's got it at 30.5, so I think that might be a little too high, but I still have a lot of confidence in that 29.5 clip. Um, but yeah, Ja Morant, 23.5, going up against a Washington Wizards team that allows the second most points per game and third highest field goal percentage to point guards. And not to mention, you just scored 35 on them like 8 days ago. Absolutely dominated that matchup with Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. So I think Ja Morant does it again. Goes up and he scores 25, 26 points. And I think this could be a stress-free bet for us tonight. Get us back into the swing of things. Get the NBA picks moving again. But yeah, I also like the Grizzlies, which is my pick of the night. If you followed along last week, me and Sam both put out, I think, 5 combined picks. I had Zion, his points over, which hit. Sam had, I forget who Sam had, but Sam gave you 2 free NBA picks that he liked. Those both hit. My pick of the night hit, which was the over in the Pelicans game. So we went 5 for 5 last week. Hopefully, we'll add another 2 for 2 on there. And Zion's missed free throws did. Those were tough. Those were tough. I got it at a pretty decent line, so I don't know if you got it after you moved, but Zion's missed free throws they're concerning when you're betting on his points over because he gets to the line a lot, and when he doesn't hit them, it's so scary, and it's like they're free. They're free throws. So hopefully Zion gets that figured out because I'm going to be betting on him a lot this year with the way he's playing. But yeah, Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, 2 really, really strong plays tonight. But yeah, let me know in the chat who you like in the other games. Mavericks and Spurs. I think the Mavericks are favored by 4. I don't hate the Mavericks line tonight. I do think the Spurs money line has some really good value at plus 150. I think I saw that. Maybe jumped up to plus 180. But the Spurs are going to come out and play really, really tough. So I think the Spurs plus 4 is my pick of the night. I don't think the Mavericks are going to come out hot and play as well as they did before the All-Star break. But Luka Doncic, he's going to come out and he's going to give us a game. He's going to play really hard. But yeah, pick of the night, Ja Morant. Let me know what you think in the chat. Are you going to ride with Walter, or are you going to fade Walter? Somebody said all the props are down. Let's check Twitter and see what's going on with that. I think there were a couple game time decisions injury-wise. I didn't see anything earlier, so maybe somebody just got added to the injury list, but I don't know. Could just be because it's about 30 minutes or so before game time, or an hour or so, sorry. LaMarcus Aldridge is out tonight. So yeah, that's why. LaMarcus Aldridge just got ruled out. It's not injury related. He's expected to be out till at least March 29th. So make sure to take him out of your DFS lineups. But I don't think that has any impact on the other pick. If you are a premium subscriber, you saw our other pick in the other game. That actually has a better effect. I think it helps out our other pick a lot. So I think maybe that is why that the books took on those lines. They're going to do some adjustments and release them again in a little while here. But yeah, that's our free prop pick of the night. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know what you think. These likes help us out a lot. These subscribes help us out a lot. If you rock with Walter's content, there's a lot more coming. Sam's got a lot of cool stuff in the works. So keep riding, keep enjoying, keep interacting with us on Twitter, on Instagram. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll do our best to keep going. Or keep getting you some fire prop picks here. Got a lot of cool stuff in the works too. Sam's got a lot of things on his plate that he's planning on doing. So hopefully in the next few weeks, a few months, we got a lot of NBA action left. So we'll have some time to help him test out some of those things. But like I said, keep letting us know what you want to see. And we'll keep hopefully giving you guys what you want, which is winners. But yeah. I think that is going to end our stream. Thank you guys for coming in. Ryan, especially, dominating the live chat over there. Good to mix it up with you, my man. And we'll be back next week. Maybe we'll get Sam back on here, but enjoy the 2 games tonight. Enjoy NBA basketball for the first time in what feels like a long time. And we will see you guys hopefully next week.